Today we're going to learn how to change an equation from point-slope form to slope-intercept form. Let's suppose the first equation is written in this form, point-slope. Y minus 3 equals 1/2 x minus 4. If this was our equation and we want to try to get it in slope-intercept form, we know that we need y equals mx plus b, or in other words, y equals a number times x plus a constant. Here, we're going to need to first distribute 1/2, and we'll then have y minus 3 equals 1/2 x minus 1/2 times 4. 1/2 times 4 is 2. One way to remember that is to put 1 underneath. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 4 over 2 is 2. Next, I need to add 3 to both sides to get y alone. Now we have y equals 1/2 x plus minus 2 plus 3, or in other words, plus negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3, that's 1. Our equation is now in the form y equals mx plus b, where the slope is 1/2. The y-intercept is 1, slope-intercept form. Okay. For our next example, we'll look at one where we have to worry about finding a common denominator. Let's suppose our first equation is y minus 2 equals 2/3 times the quantity x plus 4. Again, I'm now in point-slope form. I want to get to slope-intercept, so I'm going to distribute 2/3. 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. 2/3 times 4. Let's put 1 underneath. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 8/3. That does not reduce to be an integer. I'm just going to leave it as 8/3. Now I need y alone, so let's add 2 to both sides of the equation. Y equals 2/3 x plus 8/3 plus 2. I need a common denominator. I'm going to go over to the side. 8/3 plus 2 over 1. The common denominator will be 3. That means here I need to multiply top and bottom by 3. So now I have 8/3 plus 6/3. That's 14/3 when we add 14/3. Our equation is now in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, where slope is 2/3, y-intercept is 14/3, which is 4 2/3 when converted to a mixed number. Finally, I want to show a problem from beginning to end where we're given 2 points and we want to write the final answer in point slope and then slope-intercept form. So let's say our line goes through the points. Eight, 4, and 6, 3. The first thing I need to do is find the slope, given the slope formula, which is this, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to subtract my y values in the numerator, my x values in the denominator. I get 1/2. If my slope is 1/2, I can then pair it with x1 and y1 to get an equation. I'm going to use the first ordered pair. x1 will be 8, y1 will be 4. We'll put them into the point-slope form of an equation. I get y minus 4 equals 1/2 times the quantity x minus, x1 is 8. And here's our answer in point-slope form. Now to use the skill we learned earlier, I'm going to get my equation in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to distribute the 1/2. Y minus 4 equals 1/2 x minus 1/2 times 8, or in other words, 8 over 2, that's 4. simplifies to be 4. Now I will add 4 to both sides. That now gives me y equals 1/2 x plus 0. But I don't need to include plus 0. Here's my final answer in slope-intercept form. Hope that helps. Have a great day.